morning. It's October 21st, 2021. I believe it's the 21st. Let me see. Hold on. Yeah, it's the 21st. And I want to start this morning by saying glory be to God. But I'm letting y'all know I keep it 100. I sinned. I had to ask for forgiveness. I had to ask for God to I had to repent for my sins. And what I went through last night, the enemy has been using my son against me. He's been attacking my son. Whatever it's gonna take to make me unhappy and hurt me through my family, friends, whatever it takes. That's what the enemy's gonna do. I'm not gonna, but last night, got in a fight with my son, my 16-year-old son. He just turned 16 2 months ago. And he's out of control. Now, he was staying with his mom, and the problem was, for so many years, his mom would coddle him. If he got in trouble over there, then he wants to come, she'll send him over here. And then when he gets in trouble over here, she'll take him back. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I done tried everything. Emancipate. He wants us to he wanted me to emancipate him. And all this is because we wanted him, he was already doing it, to watch his two baby sisters for about 3 hours from the time, they get dropped off from daycare at 4 until I come home, because my wife is already at work. Now, he ain't the first, he ain't gonna be the last to be a sibling that have to watch younger siblings. I did it. Pretty sure a lot of y'all did it. Like, look, he hit me. He got me good. My eyes swollen. I gotta go to work. You know what I'm saying? Light kind of bothers it right now. But I grabbed him. First of all, for some, I tell his mom that he got like a little curfew at 11:30, but that was not on during school days. That's like, you went to the football game. I understand, you know what I'm saying? People want to hang out after the football game. Football game out here, it gets done late, like around 10. So if you want to go hang out, talk after the game, that's whatever. Just be in the house by 11:30. So just 2 days ago, this is just 2 days ago, he's arguing with me. He's arguing with my wife. I wanted to grab his ass when he was talking crazy to my wife, but I didn't want to go to jail. He's talking crazy to everybody. He feels like he tells us, this is on Sunday, he tells us was it Sunday or Monday? This is Monday night. He tells us, no, this is Sunday night. He tells me that we need him more than he needs us. I'm like, oh, for real, huh? Is that right? Okay. So, I try to talk to him and, let him know you don't got no leverage, because now me and his mom came with an understanding that if I'm punishing him and he wants to come home, don't allow him to come home because he don't put his hands on his mama. He done fought his mama, he done called the police on his mama and everything else. So she kind of like, and then told the police he wanted to press charges. He done put his hands on his mama. Now my son, he's about 6 feet, probably still 180, somewhere around there. But yeah, so she, you know, when he came back to live with me, she was done with him. She was done. So, you know, I call his mom up on Sunday night, and I tell her what's going on. Like, you need to speak to him. He over here acting up. Now, she don't want him to come back over where she live at because she live in the hood, which he, for some reason, you know, he's I don't know, he ain't never grew up in the hood like that, but, you know, he's a follower. But the reason why he got in trouble on Sunday is because I pick him up from work, and this is the enemy, because ain't nobody this stupid. The enemy would do simple, stupid stuff to get stuff going, to stir the pot. I done noticed this, you know. Like when my wife was entertaining guys on her phone, and she tells me she has a problem with my son and a text message, and then I go look in the phone to read it because she couldn't tell me, and then I come across the other messages to other guys. Like, that's enemy. That's enemy. That was staged, because anybody that's entertaining and cheating, they ain't trying to let you go on their phone. Period. They would have looked up that whole message and read it off to you, but they would have not let you freely go through their phone. And, you know, my wife don't have no lock on her phone, but I think I explained this in a past video. So when my son, I pick him up, he comes home. He goes into the bathroom. He turns on the fan in the bathroom. You know, he's always turned on the fan, which didn't make sense. But hey, you don't think of little stuff until stuff starts popping off. So then, I'm in the bed. My wife comes into the room. She said, "Go smell the bathroom." So I said, "Okay, cool. I'm gonna go." I go in the bathroom. Smell like weed. I said, "This dude done smoke some weed." We got 2 baby girls. I don't smoke weed. My wife don't smoke weed. We don't even smoke cigarettes. And this boy came in the house, not even in the house for 5 minutes, and went into the bathroom and smoked weed. You can't be that stupid. You can't be that dumb. So, of course, I'm trying to figure out where's the weed at. He don't have it. He don't know where the smell coming from. Okay, so now you want to play me as boo-boo the fool. So now I'm stupid. Okay, that's fine. You know, I tell him, come on, let's go for a walk. We go for a walk. I'm trying to, you know, talk him down. Hey, you don't want the life I had. I lived in the streets. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the streets. I'm street savvy. Like, you don't want to do that. You book savvy. You can go to any college you want if you just put your mind to it. You way smarter than me growing up. Like, why? But some people think they're smarter than their own good. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it was a time when my son was like 9 or 10 years old, and, you know, he had a little cell phone or whatever, or tablet. He started looking up gay porn. He started looking up porn, and it was gay. You know, it was people calling this, like texting him, and you had all these little chat groups and stuff like that. And, you know, I had to go, you know, I prayed. Like, me and his mom, like, his mom was like, she's worried that my son's gonna be gay, and I'm like, nah, he ain't gonna be gay. I'm not gonna allow that, whatever. But he ain't never acted gay. But this is when he was like 10, 11 years old, and he was watching gay porn. And it shook me, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't never had a thought that he was gay, Never had a thought that he was gay. But I don't think he's gay. But who knows what's really going on? Because the enemy's been attacking the youth for so long that it became, the enemy wants it to be normal. But anyway, back to the story. So, we get in this big old argument, big old fight. He don't want to give me the key to the house. I'm asking for the keys, telling me no. He pretty much feels he gonna tell me I didn't F for those kids. You F for them. He talking about his little sisters, right? So I'm like, wow, okay. This is how you just gonna talk to me like this? Like you ain't gonna you gonna respect me. I'm your father. You gonna respect me. I do everything for you. I've been trying to be there in your life, your whole life, and give you stuff that I did not have growing up, which is a full-time father. I ain't talking about, I try to, I don't buy my love, but I try to, I'm supportive, try to put you in sports, try to do this, you didn't want to do that. Like, I'm trying to give you Bible encouragement. Like, I'm trying to tell you the way to go. You know what I'm saying? So, he pretty much is saying to me, it's my life, it's my body. But I'm like, this is my house. If you want to do what you want to do, you're free to leave. No, I don't need to. You're supposed to watch me. Okay? But you want me to emancipate you. Okay, that's fine. So, I'm telling him, look, all I'm supposed to do is feed you, put clothes on your back, and make sure you got a roof over your head. But trust and believe, you're going to get punished. See, the thing is, he don't want you. This is how he thinks. You ain't allowed to get loud and yell at him, because he ain't getting loud and yelling at you. Okay? Don't matter what he does, don't matter what he says, he's gonna say, why are you yelling at me? Because I can. Like right now, I'm upset because you wilding out. But then, he don't want you to whoop him, right? He feel like he only have to get a whooping. And then whatever punishment you come up with, if it's not to something that he likes, then it's not fair, and I'm not doing it. So he's pretty much want to say he calls the shots. Now we done helped him get a job, a little part-time job, a little job at Wendy's. We told him you could work Thursday, Friday, all day Saturday, all day Sunday. That's your schedule. You off on Monday and Tuesday because we need you to be home to pick up the kids until I get home. But I never once told him, you know what? So even when I get home, if you wanted to go out for about an hour and a half or 2 hours or see one of your friends, you couldn't do that. You stuck in the house. Now you free. You got a curfew. Your curfew 10 o'clock. You good. School night, you good. Bring your butt back. Just, me, if it was me, okay, my dad coming home, I fed the girls, I put them in the bath. That's it. That's all you got to do. He don't have to rock them and do nothing. You may change a diaper, put them in the tub, put on their pajamas, make sure they eat. That's your job. That's your responsibility. Those are your sisters. That's what I want you to do. Me and your mother. When I say mother, I'm talking about my wife. Wednesdays, my wife is off. Thursdays, she off also. So, he got his little first check, his past Friday. You know, I try to set them up, bank account, all that. You know, you need to get your driver, you need to get your ID and all this like stuff that his real mother ain't really try to explain and do. You know, this ain't a shot at her, but I'm just keeping it 100. So I come in the house, I'm like, you know what, man? I'm taking these light bulbs out the room. I'm taking the TV cord out the room. Sit in this room in darkness. Sit in this room in darkness. Since you want to be in the dark. Sit in this room in darkness. He don't want to do that. So now he wants to, we tussling. He's trying to push me. He want to turn on the hall light. No, turn my light off. Now, I wish my breaker was in the master bedroom, but it's in the children's bedroom. Because if I had a breaker, I would have turned the breaker off in the room and wouldn't even worried about it. That side of the house would have been dark. We good on my side of the house. So, but I'm tussling with him already, right? I'm tussling with him. Then I eventually just stopped fighting with him, calls his mom, and then that's when she called him, whatever. So Monday comes, right? Monday comes. He's nowhere. Like, my grandmother was at the house, and luckily she was at the house. Kids was getting dropped off from daycare, but he don't come home from school. My wife hits me up at around 7 o'clock. Where's Rylan? I said, what you mean, where's Rylan? Like, what? Did he come home? Like, did he come home and leave? He ain't come home, period. So he kind of just said, whatever. I'm not going to be there to pick up to make sure my sisters is there. So when he come home, got to have another talk with him. You know, give me my key. Nope, I'm not giving you the key. Give me the phone. Nope, I'm not giving you my phone. Okay, so, but you want to be in this house. You don't like the rules, but you want to be in this house and try to call the shots. I said, okay, you playing these games, I ain't got no time to play games with you. So now, that was Monday. Tuesday, I guess his mother spoke some sense to him, so now he wants to come with an apology, right? Now he wants to apologize. No, I'm sorry. Sunday, I just spoke to him. I said, I'm not going to punish you. I'm not going to even punish you. You know, just tell me where the weed is or whatever. I checked him and all this other stuff. Monday is when we tussling in the hall. Monday is when he pulled all that stuff and I took everything out the room. So Tuesday, he wants to, apologize because he's seeing that he can't go back to his mom's house, and his whole thing, he thought he was going to go to my sister's house. But, my child's mom was like, she called her up and like, don't get involved. I hope if he comes to your house, and he's there, he's going to be reported as a runaway. And then you're going to be in some trouble. I was already talking. I'm like talking with his mom, talking with my wife. We got to put him in some type of, police, academy where they, make the kids follow directions, because he has a problem with authority. He has a problem with authority, and he has a problem with, when he does on the not following his, the consequences of his actions. Like, he feels he can do whatever, right? But like I said, his mom done gave him a whole lot of leverage and everything else. I'm to the point, I'm like, I'm tired. Because I know I do a whole lot for you, and you don't even appreciate it. And so it's kids out there that wish they had a father like me. They wish they had a father like me. So anyway, I that was on Wednesday, right? I mean, that's on Wednesday. No, that's on Tuesday. So last night, I go to work. Supposedly he came home, took a shower, and left. You didn't make no bed up. You didn't take the trash out before you left. You know, one of his biggest complaints is he don't have no social life. That ain't my fault. Those Mondays and Tuesdays ain't holding you back. Those Mondays and Tuesdays. If you feel like you don't have no social life, tell your job that you only can work 3 days out the week. You 16 years old. You ain't required to work 40 hours a week. You can work. They'll fill you in wherever they can fill you in at. And if you want that extra day to do you and go out and have fun, go right ahead. But ain't nobody stopping you from having a social life, because you still the same boy that sat in the house all summer, and me and my wife is constantly telling you, won't you go out somewhere? Won't you go hang out? Here goes some money. Go do something. Don't you have some friends? I ain't never once seen one of his friends. Not one time. He ain't never had a friend come over to the house. Not one time. Not a male, not a female. I done said, hey, you know you can have friends come over. You a junior in high school. You a junior in high school. You can have people come over. You can come and go. As long as you do your chores, your schoolwork is right. I don't care what you do. I don't care what you do. I don't care what time you leave. As long as you come back in the house at a certain time. Period. So I guess he talks to his mom. His mom tells him, yeah, she misunderstood what I said and said, oh, okay, he got 11:30 curfew on a school night. No, I ain't never once said he had 11:30 curfew on a school night. But yesterday night, he's out. He's out. He took a shower, left, and he was out. Do he come home at 11:30? This is the enemy. Watch this. He already know he was in trouble. And he's smoking weed, or he's smoking something. I don't know what the hell he's smoking. But he's smoking something, right? I call him around 11:50. He don't pick up his phone. He texts me back. I'm on my way home. Why you ain't answering your phone? I'm your father. I call him again, sends me the voice message. I call him again, sends me to another voice message. Then he texts me. Okay, so now you texting me. First of all, that's disrespectful. That's mad disrespectful. I wish we did have cell phones back then, and my dad called me, and I'm sending him the voice message. I don't know if anybody else had kids that did that. But that was mad disrespectful. So I say, then he hits me, and he's like, I'm in front of the apartment. I'm at the gate. So I say, you know what? Let me put on my coat real quick. Let me run out there. Let me see who he in the car with, right? But by the time I'm coming, he's coming down the aisle of the apartment, and I'm like, he already know I'm about to ask for my key. Run me my key. He gives me the key. I said, I'm like, dude, why you coming in so late? He don't have no answer. Like, you been gone from damn near 3 o'clock, and you want to come in the house around 12 o'clock? Even though if you thought your curfew was 11:30, you still didn't mob up in this house by 11:30. You still said, man, I'm going to run and do whatever I want to do. So now I'm yelling at him. I'm getting loud. Why are you yelling at me? Because I can't. I said, you been smoking? No, I ain't been smoking. Yes, you are. You hella mellow. Your eyes it's glassy. Like, don't lie to me. You already been caught. So now, you know, don't be yelling at me if I'm not yelling at you. I said, boy, I could yell if I want to. I'm your father. You ain't gonna tell me what I can't do. I said, you know what? I'm walking off. I said, you know what? Call your homeboy back up or whoever you was with. Tell him you can stay with them tonight, because you ain't coming in this house. He said something. I can't recall what he said, but he said something real slick, and I grabbed his ass. That's where I fell into sin. That's where I let the enemy control me, because I grabbed his ass, right? Once I grabbed him, he started punching. I said, oh, okay. So now you want to fight. I'm already upset. So I'm gonna try to knock you. But I'm telling myself, don't hurt him. You don't want to go to jail, right? So I'm trying to grab him, but he coming like this. He doing this. You know, he caught me, hit me in the eye. You know what I'm saying? And I guess I swung. I did swing. I hit him in the eye. They said it was bleeding, you know. So he said it was bleeding. So we tussling, and then I finally was able to grab him and hold him, right? But like I said, I probably caught him one good time in the face, and I know I'm pretty sure I did. It's not something I'm proud about. You know, I let my anger control me, and I should have been more strong, and I should have known. You fighting the enemy still, because like I've been saying, the enemy will stay within a person for like 72 hours. They still do what they might not be as aggressive as they was the first night when it popped off, but he still was acting, you know, like you was just in trouble the day before, and you come moseying in at 12 o'clock. That ain't nothing but the enemy trying to start more. He's trying to re-up. He's trying to re-up and stay in that body for a couple more days. That's because once you start back up with them, it's like you energize them again, and they're able to still control and be in that temple for a little bit longer. You see what I'm saying? And that's pretty much what took place. So to the point, I'm like, man, he calls his mom. Boom, 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 boom. Next thing you know, he calls the police. Now the police came that Monday, right? The police came that Monday because he wanted his wallet. And I was like, I don't have your wallet. You know, so he had called the police to try to make me give up his wallet. Whatever. Because I knew if he went and got his wallet and he went to my sister's house and he's in the wrong area to be having some money on him, honestly. But he calls the police. I'm outside looking at the police the whole time, you know, from a distance. You know, I guess paramedics came, they stitched him up or did whatever they did to his eye, got whatever cut that he had above his eye or below his eye or wherever it was at. A knot on his head, I don't know. You know, you big bad, you want to fight grown man, you know, you gonna get hit by a grown man. You know, by this time I'm protecting myself. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm not trying to talk to the police. I ain't gonna even lie, man. I ain't trying to talk to them, because if I go to jail, it's gonna be some bad things. I can't be losing my job over some BS. So, but anyway, you know, talking to my wife, talking to my child's mom, and next thing you know, police goes to my house. She calls me, I come back. You know, at this moment, I'm like, you know what, if the police want to talk, they could talk. If they want to talk, if they're going to come back to the house, they'll come back to the house. We can talk. It's whatever. I'll tell them my side of the story because I was told my wife to tell them, hey, I'm out here looking for my son. I didn't know where he was at, which I didn't until I knew he was out front. You know what I'm saying? But the boy ended up coming back to the house with a cop to grab some things out the house. I just stayed in the room. You know, like I said, if the police wanted to speak, they would speak, but I guess they're going to call Child Protective Services. I really don't care. Hey, if you want to go to stay in a group home, go right ahead, man. If that's, you still going to have to follow rules and regulations. You're going to learn. You're going to really learn. You know, but this whole, we take away his social life, that's BS. Ain't nobody taking away your social life. You take away your own social life. You know, if you didn't want to work all these hours, ain't nobody forcing you. Ain't nobody forcing him to work these hours because we like, oh, we need you to work so we can so we can help this house. No, me and his mother we do real well based off what God wants us to have and blesses us and gives us favor. And that money's your money. We just trying to have you learn how to have responsibility. But he really don't have no responsibility because he don't want to do what he's supposed to do. But anyway, that's my story. Pretty much done. My son called the police. He's out. I don't know where he's at. I'm not really asking. Oh, I think his mom went to have him come back home, and I told her, leave him alone. Leave him alone. He got to learn how to be out on his own. I'm out.